Alright. Now this should be working. Well, hello everyone. Hi, a watercolorist. Hello, Auntie Patience, AJ, Pumpkin, Lisbeth. Is that everyone? I think so. Hi, guys. Almost melting here due to the heat wave in Belgium. Yeah, I mean, whew. It's not very, very hot yet here, but I know that's coming. That waterfall is so soothing. Oh, yeah, I'm glad. I was trying to think of a sort of a waiting screen. Hi, Maggie. Hello. And that's what I came up with. Alright, so I have two palettes that I want to make charts for. Hey, Palo! Okay, there's a bit of a lag, so that's fine. So I have this one, and I have this one, and I don't have reference charts for these. Also, there's something that I want to show you guys. Oh, I do need to switch these around. Love the box with kitties. Isn't it cute? I use it as my sort of desk pencil case of sorts. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Cyan who sent it to me a long time ago as a gift. It's a really good size for pens and pencils. Alright, so I'm thinking, hold on. I'm looking for a tool to use to help me take these out without putting my fingers in them. And it's a bit of an issue of having too many potential tools that could do that. Straight in the pan. Because I want them the other way around. Once one is out, the rest is pretty simple. So what I want to kind of talk about and showcase before I get to swatching is something that I came up with and that I think, oh, I'm a dummy. Yeah, okay, I think that's how this goes. So yeah, so when I originally put these pans in this palette, there's a bit of a extra here, like a bit of extra space. Those look like Aras paints in the light rich palette. That's pretty much what it is. Good eye. Well spotted. Finally starting my new sketchbook. How many pages in this one? So yeah, one thing that bothers me, and might bother you as well, but it's when the pans have a little bit too much room in a palette and they wiggle around a little bit too much. I don't like that one bit. How did I... Oh, Wait. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. It's so hot in here that my rosa paints dried almost overnight. Must not be very humid then. But yeah, I will take these out and just show you guys what I mean. So when you put 6 Roman small pans in here, you end up with a little bit too much space. And I was racking my brain trying to think of something to put in there. I tried like a quarter pan, but it wasn't quite the right fit. And it was a bit too high because I need to be able to put this on top. And I was, you know, like full on problem solving brain on. And then I stumbled upon my bag of weird Legos. And I was like, oh, Legos. Ooh. You can, they're modular in a way, so you can attach however many Legos you need for the distance you need to cover. And it was a bit of a struggle for this because that's not a lot of distance. And what I found out that work is these little angled blocks here. If I set them up kind of like this, then they don't. They're nice and flush. So yeah. So I had 3 little angled 1x2. So for the last row, I had to make do with 2 1x1s. And it kind of works, so that's all good, but yeah. So Legos, guys. Never had Lego or similar block toys. I mean, there's a whole story about it for me, but these, and apologies if someone thinks that's gross, but no, not blue tack, because this is a wooden palette. You don't want to put blue tack on wood. Ew. Ew. Also, the wood was kind of really rough, so I sanded it a little bit, and I put some like beeswax sealer on it. If it was a plastic or a metal palette, I would put blue tack, not an issue. But blue tack and wood, I don't know, it kind of breaks my brain a little bit. But yeah, so those odds and ends Legos, they were, I don't know how and why, but someone in this area threw out Legos in the trash. And it was in the winter, so when the snow plows came by to pick up the snow, they must have ripped the garbage bags, and the Legos were everywhere. And it broke my brain a little bit. So I started like like collecting them. And then I washed them thoroughly, and I kept them. So they're my bag of weird Legos in a way. But yeah, they're really handy for this. A super glue, that's even worse. Oh my gosh, hippopotamus bush. First of all, hi. Second of all, what are you on about? Is this the order they're supposed to go in? Apparently it is. No, dry as in desert. Oh, that's why they dried so quickly, yeah. Over here, even when it's super hot, it's so humid that it's just miserable. Heat is not necessarily the best, but heat and humidity is just so unpleasant. Such a nightmare combo. Next, we will be recommending concrete. I think we're there. And yeah, I had put on these post-its to protect the mixing area as I was sanding, because I'm not I'm not the most not clumsy per se, but I could easily see myself accidentally scratching the surface with the sanding tools. So I was like, you know what? Why take that chance? Post-its, 2-part epoxy. just drill them in. Like, take a drill in the back of the pallet and take screws and just screw them through the pallet. So yeah, with the Legos, I mean, there's a bit of give this way, but I can live with that. It's the give in the other direction that was really bothering me. So that's that one. And then this one. Also, this one was also super rough on the inside, like really scratchy, and you know, when you have wood that will what's ishad in English? Like the wood that sticks in your skin. Glitter glue. Sometimes I save foam sheets from other packages. Yeah, that was one of the things that I was trying to find, but I don't really have any kind of extra sponges or foam. And I was like, well, the sponges, they're not ideal either, because ideally, I don't want to have something that will retain water necessarily. And I was a splinter. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And I was considering like wooden sticks and all kinds of things, but I was like, like if wood gets wet, it's, you know, not as bad as sponges in terms of retaining water, but it's not ideal. So I used the Legos again. This one had a much bigger like gap. If you look at it, like that's wee woohoo, hey. And I was like, nope, nope. And so the weird Legos came to the rescue again. It's always very satisfying when you like, I don't know, hold on to something or keep something, even if you don't really know why, but eventually you find a use for it. That's a good feeling. And yeah, so the wood in these was also very rough. So I sanded all of the tray with super fine sandpaper, and then I polished the thing with the beeswax sealer. And yeah, I tried to find cyan, magenta, and blue. No, cyan, magenta, and yellow, sorry. This is as close as I was able to get with what I had on hand, like the odds and ends. Can we credit James Gurney for this? Is it something that he came up with? YouTube censored CYM. Why? So this one technically has like the these here that you attach here, and they came with this kind of bolt screw, I don't know, that you're supposed to, you know, attach this to the side here, and then I have another one for here, and then you can put your thing there. Oh, don't be quiet, Paolo. That's no more college. Oh, but I don't understand necessarily the design choice of these, because you seem to have like holes here, and it kind of feels like they would work to cover up the screws. So you could, like, when you're done with your palette, you could possibly move these here and have the other one also, and then you kind of attach these down and you can clap this over them, but these are way too big for that, so I don't know what's up, but I will probably tinker with it a little bit. So I've already tinkered with it by sending it, but yeah, it could maybe not actually. Maybe I'm like this might not be the solution, but yeah, I was a bit unsure about the whole thing. So yeah, close and then like this, and the little brass container But yeah, I need reference charts for these. So that's what I wanted to do today. One has 12 colors and the other has 24. There we go. So this one I need to make a grid that's 4 by 3. Five inches, that's nice. Good to protecting us from the hazards of color theory. I mean, if you think about it, like perhaps the red. Wait, hold on. Does that mean that YouTube, Google are red, yellow, and blue? Are like proponents? They should be censored for that, not us. CMY and K technically is the best option. Guys, I've been limiting myself to 3 half pans in an Altoid tin. I'm practically Hamish. Hamish would have carved the bugs, but good try. Why, though? I mean, I'm pretty sure you have more paints than that. So what's the exercise in restraint? What's the goal of it? I suspect it's just a case of YouTube assuming one of the letter was a typo. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a very possible option. I can't think of a. Anyway, I'm not very good at picking up on the inappropriate stuff. I got a bit of a flack when I was writing DP for deep. So, yeah. With dovetail joints. My Altoids tin holds 8 full pan and I ain't going in limits. Limited color palette equal moral superiority. Really? I'm in the gutter then. I keep misplacing my small ruler like that, so I'm using a yardstick for my lines today. That's not even the small one. That's like a like the standard 12-inch. For me, a small one would be like this. That's a 6 inches one. But yeah. I'm gonna be a degenerate with excessively large palettes. I go from one to the other. Like sometimes I wish I had like 6 colors, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, that's a shiny set. Or I get nervous because I don't necessarily have a pigment or... Here, let's switch colors for shit and giggles. Can't see though. Here. So I'm doing the same grid on the back because I usually write the color info, like the name of the paint at least, on the back of the swatches. So it's a little bit more convenient. It looks small on camera for some reason. Yeah, it's the average non-skid metal ruler. It's even from Staples, which is... What color am I using? Am I using blue? Oh, I am using blue, okay. I don't know why, with the shadow of the ruler, it looked like a different color. Kind of looked purpley. But it's definitely blue. Wow, weird. I still own boatloads of paint. I just use a few at a time, less than 6. How do you decide which ones you use? Like which color out of the lot do you pick? Okay. So if this is my first color, then I have to put it here. I need tissue. Sorry. Okay, and the one under it is the Hansa Yellow Medium. I decide on one really important color and build the rest around it, usually split complementary. Oh, interesting. So how do you guys go about like setting up new palettes? Like when you put together a bunch of colors and, you know, put them together in a palette, do you make a chart? Do you pick, how do you pick the colors? I'm trying to think on how I do it. I usually have a goal. Like there's a specific combination of colors that I want to try together. Like when I did the palette that doesn't have a yellow but has the orange and the green that mix into a sort of ochre color. Like I had a plan for that one. Otherwise, it's either circumstantial, like what am I gonna paint with it, or picked at random, or when I really want to use up a color, like when I feel like using a specific color, I might put something together. But I also quite like just diving in a color selection that I didn't pick myself and try to see like what's the appeal, what's the good combos in there that I would like to keep in mind for future palettes. I will usually build palettes around new colors I get, which may be a random assortment. Sometimes they are, sometimes they share characteristics like being muted, so then I'll go with that theme. Also try to use colors I haven't used much in other palettes. I think that's a good logic. The more you use color, the more easy it gets to figure out which colors you kind of need and which colors you can sort of switch out to try different ones. I have no system, it's random and chaotic. I just choose colors I like and put them in there. That also works. Alright, almost done with the sort of somewhat tedious part of this process. So right. Bloop. Pumpkin Same showing love to unused colors. We need all colors. How big is your palette, Paolo? I have mostly pre-made ones. The one I actually made myself is split primary plus couple convenience greens, indigo, and neutral tint. That's a good, like that seems like a rounded selection of colors. And yes, I do make a chart lately. I've been having fun doing random trads of newly made palettes. And that intentional chaos helps me find interesting combination my rather conventional brain would have missed. I'm with you there. It's so much fun to just randomly pick up colors and see what happens. Sometimes it's pretty predictable, but sometimes there's stuff that happens that you're like, oh really? I would not have predicted that as the outcome of this mix. Is this brush clean? It's something that I should check before I start painting with it, you know? I never make the charts very like pretty because they tend to never really stay, like no set stays the same for a really long time. I eventually just switch colors out or try something different, and then I always have to redo a reference chart, so I always need my 4 favorite colors and only build a new palette when I buy a new color brand. What's your 4 favorite colors? I have all sized palette except for the tiny ones with 6 of these colors. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone with my brush. Ooh, this palette is gonna have a nice sort of cyan magenta yellow assortment. Usually when these kinds of charts are dry, I also cover them with packing tape, just to, you know, make sure that I don't mess them up the first time I use the palette for anything. Be right back. Hubs brought home double dip chocolate curd. Oh my gosh! Share, please. Oh, that sounds lovely. I do have 2 separate ones I made for last Rosa releases, and now I am planning to make one more after I get my new Rosa red Rosa tin. Yeah! I really like the red tin. It's nice to see like a color we haven't seen a lot. Payne's Gray to make my greens, Hansa Yellow, a Windsor and Newton Purple, okay. Always forget the name. And Daniel Smith Lavender. Ooh, interesting. Oh. Just posted swatches of a palette I built this week from new to me colors. I'm eager to check that out later. Oh man, I'm jonesing for that red theme. I've been drooling over it since they announced rebranding. Is there any other rebranded item that has caught your eye, AJ? You have a like a better opportunity to, you know, take a look at this stuff with Rosa being local to you. I paint a lot of lavender or purple flowers with my watercolors. I mean, that explains. And the need to, like, the Payne's Gray for the greens. I'm obsessively refreshing the Etsy page of my go-to Ukrainian supply sellers to see when they will list items with the new packaging. Rosa's rebranding? I'm out of touch. Yeah, they've overhauled the visuals of their items. And they came out with the same kind of tin as they had before, but instead of having the turquoise and the dark blue ones, there's one that's red and that has the new Rosa sort of branding or logo on it. I'm planning to get a smaller one next week, plus 2 new DS paints. Ooh. Which unnameable brand paint colors are you getting? Sorry for going extra, it's just, it cracks me up. Still find it funny. Alright, so that's this one all swatched out. Really interesting, I would say. Yeah, 3 yellows. Okay. 3 earth colors. Okay. We have like 2 sort of magentas and a red, and then 2 blues. So we definitely have sort of very elaborate primary. The red, yeah, it is PR254, I think. It is, yeah, Pyrrol Red, PR254. So yeah, like the potential for mixes here is pretty hot. Hey, Sassy Britches, hello! I don't quite like their new design for pants, but quality is not changing, so I don't care. Ooh, they are releasing half pants. Oh! Oh. They commented on your last post! Can you imagine if they were like, hey, do you want to be a brand ambassador? That would be so cool. To AJ, I mean, not me. What did they change about the pans? Like, they had those very unique pans with the angled corners, right? Alright, time to set up this one. This one will be 4 by 6. Sorry. Are the pens now hexagonal? That would be fun and annoying. Pretty much, yeah. So the light genuine and appetite green. Genuine. Genuine. They are very beautiful colors. But yeah, I will always be skeptical of the genuine claim. Uh-huh. Yeah, genuine. Of course. 17. What? 8.5. And I have to split that in 3. Ew. It's 84 divided by 3. 28? No? Yes, no, yes, no. 29? I can't do math. Not off the top of my head like that, though. 28 plus 28. Yeah, I guess that's it, right? 28? Yeah, I think so. Close enough, 2/3. Dang it, I should be allowed to take over a brand for 1 day and do all kind of chaotic stuff. Why? Why are you saying that you should be? I mean, Sorry. Oh my gosh, pumpkin. Yeah, that's it. Now they're all like soda light disingenuous and green appetite disingenuous. That I have to remember to always say that. It's so funny to me. They changed the wrappers, otherwise it's all the same. Oh, so the same pans then. Gorgeous color, but very clearly not much amethyst there. That's it. That's it. They're super nice colors. But my favorite tool for making color charts is the quilting ruler. How do you use the quilting features of the quilting ruler? I mean, I don't care about the genuine part. It's just I love granulation too much for my own good. Genuine amethyst is basically PB23 mixed with ground black pepper. You forgot you need to put a bit of eyeshadow in it for the glittery parts. Pepper, now I'm hungry again. Oh no. Okay, pepper comment made me wonder. I definitely should experiment with my PBK11. Ow. 3.5 inches divided by 4. Ugh. Oh wait, that's doable. What's 3? Quarter plus... If anyone ever wanted to know, the stream on the desktop is 2-3 seconds behind the stream on the app. Oh, really? And like I follow the chat from the app, and it's a solid like 20 seconds behind me actually doing the thing, if not more than that. I think that black pepper is PBK67. It's just really easy to see the grid and make straight parallel lines with quilting rulers. I am notorious for making wonky lines, and even my OCD is mad at me for a whole day. Yep, same pan, same quality. Okay, cool. I like their little fancy like 8-sided pans. Because they are still compatible with almost everything that uses full pans, like the tins and all of that, but they're also a little bit unique. Yep, no matter how many times I smash the live button here on the desktop. Burnt Tigers I dupe is PPK 11 plus PPK 11. Oh, PBR, okay. Oh, really? And you still need a little bit of that mica in there, though, because Burnt Tiger's Eye is a little bit sparkly. Unless you are not interested in the sparkliness, but... remember to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, if you are being entertained somehow, please like the stream. It bugs me a lot to have to bite my tongue when people start talking about the prima text, so I don't start spouting off about the whole thing and ruin the fun. Not everything needs rainbows. Oh, dude. Oh man, that would... Like, you know, brusho? Rainbow brusho? It's very much like how Kopari has people at Sephora convinced their coconut oil is somehow different from the coconut oil at the grocery store for less than a... I hate everything. I'm not a very makeup girl, but I was always a bit baffled by like the brands selling you coconut oil as a moisturizer. And like adding nothing to it and it being, you know, priced absurdly high. Even at the grocery store, coconut oil is not cheap. But makeup coconut oil is ludicrous. Pumpkin, have you used that stuff before? Someday I'm going to buy a set and try them. What set? Oh, sorry, use a set of it. The pigment powder like brusho and stuff. Rainbow sprinkles. Yeah, I was super curious about brusho. In a sense that I saw that they have like iridescent like brusho. Basically brusho is a like a powder that you sprinkle over a wet area. Or that you sprinkle over a surface and then wet the surface. And it, like, the particles will dissolve in the water and create effects. And you could probably mix them up to have a uniform color, but usually they create, like, really random effects and whatnot. And it's really interesting. And I've seen a lot of swatches of their regular, like, the color brusho. But I saw that they have, like, iridescent brusho. And I was like, what does that look like? And I couldn't find a photo of it. I was like, oh. Why do you advertise art supplies and you don't even include like photos of what it does or what it looks like? I don't get I don't get it. Yeah, iridescent brusho. Super intriguing. Oops. Decided to put new sketchbooks to real hard test. Watercolors, gouache, color pencil, maybe even some acrylic markers. Let's go! Now I'm obsessing about ice cream because sprinkle. Oh man, I'm with you. I wish I had a because of dietary restriction. I really wish I had the space for a like a ice cream simile maker thingy. The sort of dairy-free ice creams at the grocery store are really depressing and expensive. So I would love to be able to make my own, but we have very small like counter space in the kitchen, so it's quite limited what we can sort of have and not have. It's partially why we don't really have a microwave. YouTube knows, Paolo. My way of adding rainbow sprinkles is randomly mixing mica paints with matte ones. Yeah, you could also like load up a brush or a toothbrush with the mica and spatter. Technically, it's like rainbow sprinkles, right? I need this. Right, so if that's the buff titanium one, then no, that's the other way around. If that's the buff titanium, no, that one's the buff titanium one. That's the buff titanium one. Skip the ads of freaking dude. What the? I'm offended. I had an ad for like ludicrously fancy patio, whatever setups that like no one can afford. And I'm like, yeah, go to hell. Oops, crud. No. Brain is not working. Focus. Don't let the ads of the very rich people distract you. Oh yeah, speaking of mixed media, I mentioned last week I saw YouTube artists do what I call extreme multimedia. Pan pastels, acrylic gouache, colored pencil, watercolor. It was a level of freedom I can only aspire to. I have an ice cream machine. I make my own with full fat coconut milk. That's gotta be decadent. Oh my gosh. Well, you can make ice cream by mixing cream, butter, more butter, and then a bit more butter with loads of egg yolks. Has all the cholesterol, and then... And that would kill me. On so many levels. I just saw that my online art supply shop has started selling Rosa... Oh, awesome! But I'm confused. Is it Rosa Studio or Rosa Gallery? Studio, I think, is just the student range, and gallery is the professional range. I think that's all there is to it. But AJ would know, and other people in the chat might know better too. I'm so excited because this set has PO71. It's gonna be one of my favorite oranges. Otto! Yee! Hello! The name that will get me censored and probably banned. How are we all? A good question. How is everyone today? I have to put a band-aid on my finger. Oh, it is cracking open. Which part? Both? Great. Love that. Oh, wait. Ah. We're all well and cheery today. Just in time for ice cream chat. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. I have studio or student great. Watercolors aren't bad. Gouache terrible. Galleries, professional range, good everything. Also, I mean, for Rosa, the gallery range is not that much more expensive, so it might be a better idea to splurge a little more or to buy a little less in quantity to get the professional one. I just got PO71. It's magic, isn't it? Isn't it the most beautiful orange ever? Caput mortem. Never not be funny to imagine them grinding down mummies to make paint. Anyone else in the UK? I think everyone in Europe is dealing with the heat wave. A friend from my high school, from my high, said they even had to shut the school downs in UK for heat waves. Yeah, if they don't have AC in the schools, like, it's so freaking hot already. Oh, your book Discord. Wow. That was some next level autocorrect. Nothing but otherwise okay. Just sketch the cutest rabbit under the tree. Aw. I'm trying to figure out what he's looking at. Ooh. It's the SPO71, don't tell anyone. Yeah, I don't know how it corrected book Discord to high okay. Well, book to high okay. Blech. Wasn't bad at all here, and it's lovely and cool today. Well, cool at least. Cloudy and windy. That's good. But cool winds. Absolutely does. One of the good things about this part of Scotland. You'll have to tell me what part it is in DMs so that I can put a pin in that on the map. But yes, the thunderstorms yesterday, loudest I've heard in almost 30 years here. Oh man, so cool. I love a good thunderstorm. So for Department Q fans, they are currently recording season 2 in Edinburgh. Is anyone else but you and me watching Department Q, Otto? I mean, I hope so, but my BF and I planning to go to an artist social today. It's from 3 to 8, but it's so hot right now. We are waiting until it cools off. Yeah, and hopefully the location is either outside or has AC, and if it's outside, it has shade. Hopefully. I don't know. You got me into it, so it might just be you and I. It can be a little bit difficult to sell you a show, but when there is one that like kind of hits the right spot, I love how you really get into it. That's awesome. Really nice to have someone to nerd out about that stuff with. I remember Elementary too. It was good. Good contamination. I'm hoping I'll come across them filming again. Yeah, seriously. Though, I mean, don't faint, okay? Oh, I was so vicariously enjoying the thunderstorm during the last stream. Oh man! We haven't had any since then. I want another one. Though I watched a couple of videos of the one that they had in Scotland. And it was just so impressive because the lightning, it would be mostly a lightning storm. And it would go across the clouds instead of from the clouds to the ground. Oh, sorry. Hit the microphone again. And yeah, and it was like the pink purple effect lightning. It was so cool looking. We need an auto cameo. That would be so cool. I just had to go look it up, but I am intrigued. I have rarely met a crime drama I don't like. Yeah, yeah. Instead, we're watching Elementary regularly. That was a life-changing recommendation. I'm so glad. It's such a good show. Yeah, I think my ovaries might pop if I sound like you could in real life. I stalled in the middle of Elementary and need to go. Yeah, absolutely. It was such a surprisingly good show. Ooh, I love Elementary. Need to rewatch again. Yeah. To be fair, the crime was a bit boring, but the characters are amazing. I mean, it's kind of the same for Elementary. I don't know if you were saying that for Department Q or Elementary. But in both cases, like the very like gritty crime aspect of it is, you know, fair, very nice, but that's not what's gonna make you come back to the show, really. It's the characters. If anything, I kind of like that Elementary is a bit of a procedural crime show, because it means that like the crimes are never really the big thing. Oh, sorry. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like when you have a show like Department Q or any other like crime that's not a procedural, like oftentimes the story revolves a lot around the crimes themselves, but when it's a procedural, it's like it's more like that's the gimmick of the show, but like, are you here for the gimmick or are you here for the super awesome characters? I was saying that for Department Q, yeah. I get that feeling too, like whenever exactly a show, like a whole season is wrapped around a crime. It's kind of difficult to make it as kind of big as it would have to be. Procedural is a bit more easy to manage because the crimes can be all level. They can be silly, they can be like something you don't even think is a crime to begin with. Okay, can you ladies send some thunderstorm my way? I wish I could. Though I will keep them all to myself. Mine. Oh, Jenny Lee Miller is so good. Yeah, I've never cared less for a victim in my life of watching crime series. Isn't it sometimes though more about the eventually knowing how we got there? How we got from the starting point to the end point, or are we gonna what's gonna be the ultimate conclusion? Kind of like not necessarily attached to the victims or the characters that are the main subject of the crime, if I can say that. My appetite for darkness and fiction has all but disappeared in the last decade, but I also really enjoyed those really bleak Scandinavian crime dramas. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I say Gunnar Sansan, does anyone else get it? When I'm watching Elementary, I usually stall out at season 3 and start again. What happens in season 3 that kind of stalls you? I love Scandinor. I've watched a few of those, but sometimes they're just a bit too bleak. I've read some of his books, if it's who I'm thinking of. Then that's not the right one. I'm making a reference to a silly skit. Yes, normally, but in this case, no. Pretty much the only video I watch nowadays is watercolor related. The occasional anime thrown in. I watch a lot of politics, and we started watching Superstore, which is probably one of the opposites of Department Q in terms of a kind of show, but it is well written and quite funny. So I usually stop before that drug dealing friend tries to. Oh, ew. The one where the daughter is kidnapped. I think it's. Yeah, that's Trashy Trash Pandas. You have what? Oh, go away, ad. Kippo. It's kind of a really rough part of the show, like the. I've been discovering and hooked onto British comedy shows. It started with Taskmaster, then I watched it all and started watching Would I Lie to You? Now I'm watching 8 out of 10 Cats. The names are amazing. Yeah, I feel like it loses the fun of the show after that. think I see what you mean. Though I would say that they dealt with the difficulties of running a show for what? How many seasons are there? 7? Like the overall writing stays really good. The only thing that changes, perhaps in a bad way, is Joan's wardrobe. I do think it was a mistake writing Mycroft out of this series. And I think it must be due for a rewatch. It's getting a bit too blurry in my head. Another one that I kind of want to rewatch, but it's a bit of a big endeavor. It's MASH. Yeah, the addiction isn't the issue. The show just does depressing after that. I think it's the best depiction of addiction struggle. That get me started on Joan's sodding clothes choice. I mean, the moment when she's dressed like in suits, that's kind of okay, isn't it? I felt like that part wasn't like painful. The earlier parts when she's wearing like designer dresses that cost like 4K, that part bothered me a little bit just because it felt so unrealistic. When she wears the suits, I'm okay with it. And then she starts wearing just I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it. It's just I'm thinking about those pink pants, I think. That's when I went like, I'm sorry, but no. No, 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 no. Throws things out the window. This is such a beautiful buff titanium. Wears the same cardigan for 3 seasons, and you're telling me she wears 3 different designer outfits per day. Yeah, that was weird. Like the designer dresses and whatnot. Because at some point, I don't know how I stumbled upon the fact that there are websites out there that will like document what the actors are wearing in the shows that they're in. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh, okay, her colorful little dress, 3K. I'm sorry, what now? How much? What? I like the early seasons when she seems to have like a regular person's wardrobe. Then the designer dresses was a big no. Then the suits were kind of okay. And then the weird stuff that goes on at the end where it's like I don't even know, like at leisure. Eh. The fact that the clothes choices are so memorable but that you're renting about it years later must mean they are really offensive. I never notice that unless it's really jarring. I need to go stalk a ginger cat. I need to borrow Pickle. You're not making me want to restart watching it. No, 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 absolutely do. Especially the first season. The first 2-3 seasons are so good. And yeah, it's just I think Otto and I noticed it because it was so unnatural for the character to do that. Like there's it's not established that she is like insanely rich. So it's kind of weird to go from a completely normal wardrobe to a designer dress wardrobe. And that's what is weird. But if you are able to like abstract that from your viewing sessions, that's fine. Like, why has she changed her wardrobe? Yeah, I don't know, and it's just weird. And then it's like the suits, and then it at the end it gets to be just about like just weird. It's like they forgot that the characters' clothes, they tell a lot about the characters. Like it's not just clothing. It's why do they wear that? What's this color? That's supposed to be mineral violet? Hmm. Doesn't really look like it. Oh. My lamp gave up. Sorry. It looks like dioxazine. It doesn't look like mineral violet for 1 second. I have to see if it separates somewhat. Just put even more water in it. Probably some asshole producer was trying to satisfy marketing micro targets. Or I don't know, some kind of deal. You know, sometimes they have those deals of brand partnership. So you start seeing that everyone has an Apple computer and an iPhone and uses AirPods, and you know, like, oh, very subtle. So I wonder if the designer wardrobe was part of some sort of like marketing ploy to attract eyes to the designer clothing. But it's like, yeah, of course. What's the demographic? What's the overlap of people that have enough disposable income and people who watch this show and people interested in dresses? It looks like dog's purple, doesn't it? Pretty sure it is, but it is supposed to be mineral violet. I might have to write to Roman about that. Like, hey. As an aside, product placement is kind of intentionally obvious in K-dramas, and I'm here for it. Can I rant about the worst marketing placement? Oh yeah, sure, for sure. No spoilers of anything, though. I haven't watched TV since... I mean, I don't watch TV either. Why is none of the colors, like, granulating? This is supposed to be... Oh, okay, that's a bit better. This is supposed to be shadow violet. Like, something is supposed to happen here. It does look like dioxazine purple, yeah. Is it somewhat separating? Can't really see it. I might have to do a bigger swatch. And to really, like, go ham on the water. I'm swatching palettes that I don't have reference charts for. And it's kind of difficult to use a palette without a reference chart, in my opinion, because some colors are pretty difficult to tell from the pan alone. Like nickel azo yellow, it makes for a really dark pan that looks almost greenish, but that doesn't really match the color of the paint. So these are from Roman Schmall. So in James Bond's Casino Royale, there is this woman called Vesper. Ugh. Now, Vesper is so observant that she can tell Bond's measurements just by sight and get a perfectly tailored suit. She's... When they first meet, they are on the train, and she looks at his watch and goes, "Is that a Rolex?" And Bond goes, no, it's an Omega. Oh my gosh, relatable dialogue. Here we go. As if those two brands of watches are even remotely the same. I'm not very familiar with their branding, but I'm pretty sure that if you get a Rolex or an Omega, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the logo for Omega has got to be the Greek letter, right? And it's gotta be somewhere on the watch, right? Maybe you need glasses. Oh my god, I hate it so much. It's so bad. It's so unappealing in terms of dialogue. And here's the best orange in the world, PO71. It is just the perfect orange. Rolex over the top bling bling, Omega understated. I wonder if you have a if you're more favorable towards one than the other, though. It's like confusing Nike with Jimmy Choo or something. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell. I don't know anything about Jimmy Choo, but I know the Nike logo, so that's what I would try to find if I was trying to, sort these out. I don't know much about designer brands, but even I could tell an Omega from something. Thank you. Oh, I mean, I trust you though. It's just that I don't have any kind of visual reference point in my head. I would have to look them up after. I've seen Rolexes before, but I'm not sure I've seen Omegas. Oh, it's shoes. Oh. Like I know what Nike does, I just don't know what Jimmy Choo does. I'm just looking forward to the day. I know it's not very I don't think it's gonna happen because it's not very on brand, quote unquote. But I'm looking forward to the day where a James Bond movie will not have a Bond girl in it. They're never interesting, they're almost never well written. If any other character said it, I'd be like, okay, don't make the super observant character say the dumb line. I mean, it's the women character. Of course, it's gonna be dog poop. Omega tend to be more matte silver colored. Rolex is in your face gold. And like, it's not even established that she's doing that on purpose. Like, oh, she's the super duper absurdly observant character, so she on purposes asks him about the watch to start a discussion. I don't know. I'm not saying it's good, but at least it has a point. I thought James Bond became a Jane Bond. Did it? That is true for unobservant characters, yes, but she's supposed to be super observant. Yeah, but she could be lying. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I like. I find the notion that just from looking at him, she can get his measurements for a tailored suit completely absurd. I'm just like, ugh. I'd be curious to see that suit for myself, to see just how much of a fit it is. 007 designation, I think, got assigned to a female after James. I'm not up to date. I know that it's no longer Daniel Craig, but that's okay. We can get our Craig fix from the Knives Out movies. I'm good with that. I much prefer the Knives Out movies. There's a. I feel like at some point you kind of get saturated on how believable it is that a big baddie is threatening the whole world in a very serious setting and whatnot. It's just like, ugh, again. Yeah. Daniel Craig is finally free. I didn't follow after. Go away, ad. Go away. Thank you. I didn't follow after Casino Royale and the one in Turkey and Mexico. Yeah, I don't remember what's the last one I've seen. They tried to get really deep with it, and it's just like, well, okay. Oh my god, that foghorn leghorn. What is that? What is a foghorn leghorn accent? I really enjoyed the third Knives Out movie. I think it's the best. I agree with you. It's my favorite for sure. It is perfect. You can really tell he's enjoying not being James Bond. Jeez, I wonder why. I feel like it's not a fun character to play. Like, it's not very deep, and you don't really have much growth. And it's kind of always serious and a bit of a downer, and it's. Ugh, I don't know. Foghorn Leghorn is an old American cartoon character with a very exaggerated southern accent. Giant rooster. Ooh. Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, it's really good. This is a beautiful color. Oh my gosh. Ah, it's sky blue. I love it. I love it so much. Way better than the first two. I don't know why though. I wonder why. Because I completely agree, but I can't figure out why. That's the uh Pasqualino Fracasso set. But with a weird purple. Well, the humor is excellent, and it's a nice balance of big names without the big names taking over. It looks like every single person in there is having fun. Big name, small name, no name. They just look like they're having a blast, to be honest. And yeah, the humor, it's like things can be sort of serious and like humor should be in almost everything, because it's such a big part of how humans deal with everything. What does even have the Pascalino? You might have to indeed. You might be able to see if your purple is weird like mine. I think it works because it doesn't take itself seriously anymore. It really has that vibe of like reading an Agatha Christie book, you know? Like sure, it's about, because it's centered around a death, like a murder or something. But there's still a likeness to it. Maybe just in contrast with everything else out there. I will check on the purple. I'm not sure I have the RS tags to compare, but this one does at least dilute reddish. So maybe you just need more water. Yeah, I will paint a big blob of it when I'm done with all of them. Caput Mortem is also very lovely. Sorry. I'm really looking forward to the new Street Fighter movie. It looks really nice. I think I sent you that trailer, Otto, didn't I? I don't know if you watched it, but oh man, it's good. Right, time for big ass swatch. I'll try to find a paper that has a you know, a noticeable texture, even if it's a bit of a like not awesome paper. That might give me a chance to see it a bit better. I saw the trailer because they showed it before Mortal Kombat 2 when I went to see it at the cinema. Ooh, what did you think of the trailer? Okay, so I got my set out, and the painted swatch in my chart is also very deep and dark. I can't see the PB29 granular. Okay. I'll have to compare with my big chart of Roman Schmal, because it really doesn't look like the one on the box here that has a lot of pink in it. Went a bit too hard. Very loaded brush. Does the bubble things too. I don't know why. I feel like I use like fizzy water to paint. Oh, I can kind of see the when I let it sit for a bit and then I work the paint, I can kind of see that I'm picking up mostly the PV19, and the PB29 stays a bit more on the paper. Ooh, what brushes are those? Did you add the grip after? No, these are my cheapo brushes. They're from Royal and Langnickel. They're Crafter's Choice. Both of these are from Royal and Langnickel. Royal and Langnickel. And there's some of their cheap, crafty brushes. I don't know what's the bubbling about. I have no idea. It's not the first time I have to... Oh, here, we see a bit more. That's a bit more of what I would expect. Okay, cool. That's better. You can see the colors moving a bit more. I know it's been many years, and I know it's a me problem, but I still don't like seeing recast of anything Raul Julia. Who's that? I was gonna ask if the grip helps, but notice you aren't using it by the grip. I'm not? I don't even notice. But yeah. I'm pretty sure like some people would like to use these for the grip. I just... Gomez? What's the link with Street Fighter? I used Becca Hilburn's advice and put medical tape on some of them, and that helps, so the grip got me curious. I have an issue with smaller brushes and grip too, because... Addams Family? Yeah, I know what the Addams Family is, but what's the link with Street Fighter? This is definitely looking a bit more like Mineral Violet, so I guess we're good. But yeah, like I don't tend to use the smaller brushes, but that's something that bothers me about the smaller brushes, is they make the handle teeny tiny. And it's like, well, thank you for the hand cramps, I guess. It's so painful to hold those. Same kind of issue with pencil, which is why I'm trying to, you know, get bigger, bulkier pencils. Like all of my mechanical pencils, they're beefy ones. And this one has a cat on it, because of course it does. Rahul Julia, he plays Gomez and Bison. I didn't know that. Bison. Hold on, I'm gonna mute it for a second. I had a question, and I guess I see what you mean, but also in the coming movie, the guy that plays Bison is an actor that I really, really like, so I'm kind of I can't really not much to be done, but yeah, it's the David Dasmalchian, and I love him. And oh my gosh, the thing is they didn't take it as seriously, and that's why I think it's gonna be awesome. Because it is so silly already, just from the trailer. It's a me problem. Well, I mean, I hope that maybe something will shift and you'll be able to just see them as two separate things, perhaps. And enjoy the old one for what it is, but also see the new one for something different. Because it looks so silly and so good. And what they did with Ken is just so perfect. And there's, like, it's funny, actually. And there's no GCVD. Sorry. Yeah, it is turning out to be a beautiful purple. It just needed a bit more water and space to do its thing. It's so much fun to do a swatch like this with the Aquarius green too. Flipped all the paper to the floor. So okay, this one has a few swatches on it, but I'll use it anyway. Oh, it's more than I like to pay for one. But there is a Pilot Dr. Crib that is super comfy for me. I do have a bunch of thick kids one too. Generic for my legs, which I use. Oh, the thing is I was looking at the Dr. Grips one, and so many of those have the shaker mechanism. And I just want a regular mechanical pencil, but that is thick. Anastasia, hello! Why not get the multiple pens and pencil in one pen? It will give you the width. But I mean, I have one like that I got recently, the big one. And yeah, I've looked at the, what are they called? Multi-8? But yeah, it's just not that easy to find, that's it. And they're quite expensive as a result of that, but yeah. Why do I find out about Knives Out Part 3 on the Swatching livestream? Really recommended watch for sure. It's a great movie. Like Otto said, it's the best of the three so far. I have the Pentel side click pencil compared to what I normally like, very thin. This pencil feels thick to me. I like the Techniclick. That one is also quite bigger. Oh my gosh, go away, ad. You diamond painting, not for me. I want to say that my Dr. Grip isn't shaker, but of course. Yeah, I was trying to find them, and it's kind of difficult to get a Dr. Grip that has no shaker. I like having multicolored erasable lead and harness instead of, I don't know any that are multi-lid. I will look it up again. And yeah, I found a few kids ones too, but they tend to go for like really thick leads, like 0.9 or 1.3. And it's like I just want something that handles a, you know, a 0.5 or a 0.7. So I will say the this one, the big one, that has like 3 inks and 1 pencil, is quite nice, to be honest. I really like their leads because they're super soft and buttery. So it's kind of interesting to get it in a multi-pen like this, and it's quite practical. But yeah, it's just like difficult. Like this one is kind of cool because I can switch from 0.5 to 0.3 and it's slightly like bigger. But it's a bit wobbly. This one is also quite nice and bulky. And the cat one is also, but it's a cat, so I am predictable like that. Same, I'm a 0.5 user too. If I find a link to what I got, I'll post it in... Oh, yes, please! But yeah, I keep this one, the big one, as sort of my desk pen/pencil, because I'm always looking for either a ballpoint pen or a pencil when I'm measuring stuff up. So I keep this one here for that. And when I'm drawing in my sketchbook, I either go for this one, but that's a 0.7, or this one, which is the switchy one. And it's a good size, but it's just a little bit too wobbly. I don't know if that was visible, but it is kind of not like completely solid in the way that it writes or draw. And if you compare it to one like this, well, that doesn't really move all that much, you know. I think the cat one is a little bit wobbly too, but it's like a cheaper one. It's mostly because it was a cat. I have an old model Techniclick. That's the one with the click on the side. And hold on. Sorry. I have the Pentel iTech C Coletto. Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Is that the one you were referencing, Otto? I like having one of each size on hand. My side click is the 0.9 and I finally got myself a 0.3. But I don't like the body on that one so much. It's a big jump from one to the other. So I have a couple of cheaper ones that, like, I was trying to find a inexpensive sort of, but also bigger one. I thought for sure, oh, there it is. Yeah, here I have a Techniclick. It is a bit bigger, but it's not like beefy. Nothing is beefy. There was one that I saw that I thought was really beautiful. It's a Delgard something. And it had a pattern like a night sky, but unfortunately out of stock. And it was limited edition, but there are a few different brands that do those pens. Coletto, I find, tends to run quite thin. Oh, good to know. Okay. Do you have one you would recommend, Otto? Currently outfitted with 2.4 gel, 1.5 pencil, and 1 eraser. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know one of the attachment could be an eraser. I also found out recently that I was erasing graphite lines on their watercolor with this, and I was able to remove them. And then I tried with another regular block eraser, and it wouldn't pick up the graphite that's under the paint, but this one would. And I was like, what? Hold on. I'll have to test this further. Oh yeah, the Sakura Sumo grips are really nice and beefy. But the one I want is blue, and I don't want a blue pencil. I only don't have recommendation because I'm the opposite and want multi-pen that... Well, you can tell me what not to get then. I take it you don't have the death grip. I have the death grip. If I have to write for too long, I already feel like the pain in the fingers. I will also look into grips that you can attach to regular pencils, because it's just difficult to find a good beefy one that is, you know, matching what I want it to be. And you might say, well, you're too picky. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh, you have the death grip. But do you get the cramps if you use the thinner multi-pens? Or multi-pencils? Otto, you weren't there before, like when in the beginning when I shared this thing that cracked me up, but I want to reshare it again just before the end of the stream. But I don't know why. It cracked me up. I was trying to find a way to like fill out the buffer, like the extra space in my palettes. And I found my bag of weird Legos and was able to pretty much fit something in each of the palettes to like take up that extra space. And I'm like, why isn't there more people who use Legos for that? It's so perfect. You can like change the thickness and so many options. And the colors are cute and it's plastic, so I've trained myself to relax. It's the only way to make beautiful calligraphy. I mean, fair. Though I would say, I know it's not the same, but Otto has one of the most beautiful handwriting I've ever seen. And that's with the dead grip. So it's not quite calligraphy, I get that, but... Just had to look. You might like the Mitsubishi gel ball... Oh, that name. Hold on. Continue. Hold on. Mitsubishi... gel ball pen. Dude, I'll send you a link in Insta. Oh, awesome, thank you. We agreed on using screws to attach the watercolor pen. Screws and super glue. Yeah, to make it like solid. I did do both Japanese and Western calligraphy for years though, so that might help my handwriting. But still, I don't know if perhaps you had less of a death grip when you were doing the calligraphy. That's also something. I just have death grip. I know some people say to use like a fountain pen to sort of... Like using a fountain pen to write kind of makes it more difficult to have the absolute death grip. Because it's kind of pointless. So I think that naturally we tend to grip a bit less hard with a fountain pen, but still. I feel like the worst is when I'm inking traditionally. Oh my gosh, the death grip. It's a chunky mechanical pencil with what looks like normal knock at the top system. Oh, I will check it out for sure. The only sort of good website I know for this stuff that has a like categories that you can sort out according to what you're looking for is JetPens, and I think I went on there like 2 or 3 times already, and I looked at every single one of the pencils. And I didn't really find much of anything. You would hate my choice in Bic pencil. Old Staedtler Tech pencils, skinnies. I don't think I would hate it, but I couldn't use it for long because it would hurt my fingers. That's the issue. I don't really like. I have Alvin ones, the technical ones that have the metal knurled grip. Yeah, it's such a bummer that ballpoint pens are bad for that because they are waterproof. So it's really handy for making charts and stuff like that. But yeah, you kind of want to press really hard with them because I don't know why, but the ink is always weak sauce. But I need the metal guide for the lead and metal base that attaches to the feeder that can't stand wiggle. My favorite Mic pencils are my micro ones from Pentel and Zebra. Just found out there's one that's even smaller and I want it. For a while, I used the Pentel Wrens, but they're a bit too temperamental and too thin for me. So look at that. The purple finally looks a bit more like mineral violet. That's good. And the Aquarius green is also super, like, textured and cool. Alright, so I guess that will be it for today's stream. So I did these 2 charts that were quite overdue. And then when they'll be fully dry, I'm probably gonna put, like I said, packing tape on both sides so that I can like protect them just a little bit. But yeah, on the back I write the color number, name, and pigment, and on the other side it's the actual swatch. And that's what works for me. I'm getting back into ballpoints because of the Uni Jetstream Edge, but it uses gel ink. It doesn't use regular ballpoint pen ink, so it is nice and black. If they still make it, look for the Pentel 5. I will check it up, but I don't remember seeing it. I hate the writing experience of the Bic. I like the writing experience of the Bic, but I hate the fact that the ink is so light. Muji low center of gravity mechanical pencil, life-changing. Oh, it has an oil-based ink, really? Okay, I'll write that down too, though. So, what did you say it was? I'm squinting like a ancient person. Uni... Because I'm familiar with the Uni Jetstream, but I don't think I've used the Edge one. The names, though. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, thanks for the pen and pencil recommendation, guys. I will end the stream here. And, might not be able to... in fact, I know I won't be able to do the members only on Thursday next week. But the regular one on Saturday should be fine. What explain for the newbies, what does an oil-based ink do? It's waterproof. That's why. Have a good night, a watercolorist. Unless there's something else, for me, the oil-based ink is mostly because it is waterproof. It can be a bit tricky because it tends to do that gloop that the ballpoint pen do. Like the ink kind of accumulates on the tip and then it gloops, it makes an inky blob. But yeah, it is waterproof. If you have any more questions, you can either write them in the comments or ask on Discord and we will be able to answer there. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. I hope you have a good night, a good rest of your day or whatever. And see you all in the next stream and next video and on Discord and all of that. Bye bye.